Are you a complete newbie to SEO and want to learn how to rank on Google? Do you want to learn how to drive more traffic to your website? Do you want to learn how to actually make some money from your site? Well, that's exactly what I'll be going over. I'll be going over some tips for beginners on search engine optimization. Now, just in case you don't know who I am, my name's Sakes and I'm one of the consultants at ClickDo. So if you haven't subscribed already, make sure to subscribe to the ClickDo YouTube channel because we'll be producing a few videos every week about SEO. So if you're serious about learning search engine optimization, then make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel. So let's get straight into it. First of all, and you probably already know this, but there's a few people that don't. Let me go over the importance of search engine optimization. So SEO is simply ranking for search terms on Google. So let's just say you've got a local business and you're a plumber in London. Well, if you rank for something like best plumbers in London, well, guess what? People are probably typing that into Google. And if your website's ranking on there, well, guess what? You're going to get clicks and you're going to get leads. Let's say you're running a Shopify store and you've got an anime niche related store and you're selling Dragon Ball figurines, right? If you rank for something like best Dragon Ball figurines, well, you're going to be bringing in traffic through the search engines to your store and actually getting more sales. And this is better than running ads as well because it's free. Now, let's just say you want to do affiliate marketing where you sell other people's products in for a commission, right? For a cut of the sale. Well, you could also do that. For example, if you rank for best golf balls of 2019 and you're ranking on Google, well, people are probably typing that into Google and you've got different products from Amazon. Well, guess what? You'd get a commission from that. So how do you actually do this? What's the first step? Well, the first step is doing keyword research, right? You need to actually identify what your customers are actually typing into Google. Now, there are a bunch of ways to do this, and one of the ways is by using a keyword tool or even just come up with your own thing. So let's just say you're a dentist in London, right? Well, you could just type in dentist in London. Now, one of the things is this is going to be pretty competitive because it's a fairly broad term. So what you're going to want to do to get a more less competitive term to rank for is get into more detail, i.e. go for long tail keywords, right? These are basically longer keywords, right? So dentist in South London. There we go. Even though it's only got 210 searches a month compared to the 8,000 searches a month from the other one, this is a lot less competitive, right? So let's go into more detail. South East London, right? Even though it's got less searches, well, guess what? It's even less competitive. So we've got something like yell.com on there, and it's pretty easy to outrank something like that. Now, another way to do it is simply type in your services, like let's just say braces Southeast London, right? Something like that. So that's how you do your keyword research for a local business. Also, if you're interested in learning more about this, then check out the SEO blueprint. Now, let's just say you're doing it for an e-commerce store. Well, you would type in things like, well, depending on your niche, what you're selling. Let's stick with the Dragon Ball theme. Best Dragon Ball, and I've spelled it wrong. Dragon Ball Z figures. And you could rank your category page for this. Right, pretty simple. Now let's just say you've got an affiliate site, you're trying to rank some Amazon products. Let's just say you've got best mass gainer for skinny guys, right? And what I'm using here is a tool called Keywords Everywhere, right? And it's a Chrome extension, and as the name implies, it shows keywords everywhere. Just keep in mind these keywords they're just tools, right? They should be used as a rough estimate, so they could be getting less searches or a lot more searches, right? So just keep that in mind. So you can use different tools like Ubersuggest, the Google Keyword Planner, although I would highly recommend you don't do that because that's such an outdated way of doing keyword research, right? So that's your first step, do your keyword research. Now let's just say you've done your keyword research, you've picked your target keyword, you've created some content around it. Now what you're going to want to do is do on-page SEO. On-page, and let's just leave it at that. On-page SEO, right? And on-page SEO is simply optimizing your on-page elements for the search engines, right? So your titles, your meta descriptions, images, etc., right? So you're simply optimizing your on-page elements for the search engines. Now here are a few things that you're going to want to do. Your URL, right? Your URL is this strip right here, right? When you need to optimize that. That's your URL, and basically have your keyword in there, right? Let's just say your Google title, and that's basically this. These are your Google titles. Have your keyword in there as well, and let's just say your titles within the text, right? Let's see if I can give you an example. I consent, and so these are your titles. Make sure you've got your keyword in at least one of these, and that's another thing. And make sure you've got a really long content, right? Because that really counts, that really matters. So don't create little 300 or 500 word articles. You want to create big meaty articles if you're serious about ranking for a keyword, right? A lot of SEO experts say that the more you publish, the higher you rank. This simply isn't true, because if that was the case, the more you hit that publish button and an article went out, well, that's so easy to manipulate, and Google isn't that stupid, right? So Google ranks you on a page by page basis, right? So make sure your content is thorough, it's in depth, and we can get even more advanced and make it evergreen. So evergreen content is simply content that's going to be relevant for years to come. So let's just say top 10 beauty products of 2015. Well, someone was searching for that once upon a time, and maybe it gets a few searches here and there to this day. However, that's near enough to a dead keyword. Now let's just say something like best acne treatment for teenagers. Well, that's going to be relevant for years to come. So make sure you create evergreen content as well, so you don't have to be constantly publishing content after content, right? So keep that in mind. Now, last but not least is the promotion stage, right? Or you can just call it off-page SEO. I like to call it promotion. Whichever one you like to call it, whatever, it doesn't really matter. So promotion is basically sharing your article and building backlinks to it. Now, in case you don't know what a backlink is, a backlink is simply a link from one website pointing to another website, right? And the best way to think of backlinks is votes, right? The more votes you have, the better. But keep in mind, not every vote or backlink was created equally. For example, let's just say you go to somewhere like Fiverr, or you fire up a backlink tool like GSA, and you start spamming a website full of links. Well, that's not going to help you rank. In fact, you'll probably get penalized for doing something like that. So make sure you're getting high quality backlinks and contextual backlinks. So a contextual backlink is simply a link within an actual article. So make sure they're high quality. So this could be done through guest posts. So you could do some outreach, right, and ask for guest posts. It could be something like Web 2.0s. You could be creating YouTube videos and leave a link within the description, and the list goes on, right? So you can search for a bunch of ways. Also, one thing that people forget to do during their promotion phase, they just think it's all about backlinks when they forget about social media. And what I recommend you do is create a little social media following. This isn't really difficult. You just got to put out some helpful content, right, and start following people. So let's just say you want to grow your Twitter profile. Well, I would recommend putting out a bunch of helpful content. Don't be too self-promotional, because no one likes that, and start following a bunch of people. So literally, let's just say you're in the anime niche, right? You've got a blog about anime. Simply type in anime into Twitter search box, find anime related profiles, right, people, and the people who are following them, start following a bunch of them, and they'll follow you back, right? And as time goes on, your following is going to grow. And then what I would recommend is unfollow all those people you follow just to make your account look more legit. And there you go, people are going to see your posts. You'll get more clicks, more social shares. And yeah, and this technique I just shared with you could be used for a bunch of different platforms like Pinterest and Instagram. I wouldn't recommend a Facebook unless you're doing ads, because Facebook pages have killed their reach. So yeah, so you're going to want to create a social media following, and that's literally it. That's how you rank on Google in a nutshell. Sure, you can get into a lot more detail, but that's pretty much it. And that's what beginners need to know, right? Do your keyword research, find out what people are searching for related to your niche, right? Create content around it. Make sure you optimize that content, and make sure you promote that content with backlinks and social media shares. So that's pretty much it. Now, if you want to learn more about SEO, you can literally go to the Click-Do blog. Let me just get it up. Simply go to the Click-Do blog, and there are a bunch of articles out there. And my phone is ringing, man. So there are a bunch of articles out there, and let me just show you once it loads. So we publish here all the time. So here's a recent one that I published. Oops, let me just get this out of the way. 4 basic WordPress SEO tips for beginners. And as you saw me describe the on-page SEO, that's pretty much what this article is about, right? So I teach you how to construct the URL correctly, choosing the right keyword, using your keyword as H1, H2, H3, etc. I even go to a more detailed or more advanced strategy to rank on Google. I show you a way to get instant backlinks. This is another great article you should read. So a bunch of ways. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video. So make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel, as I'll be publishing more posts. And that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next